Good morning, dear friends. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a lovely weekend and are ready and raring to go for this new week ahead. It's actually a really amazing week. It's an auspicious week ahead for us. So Moira here with our usual check-in just to see how are you. And let's look together on what can we focus on letting go of in order to really deeply align with our core essence. And that's what I'm saying is that this week on Saturday, so it's a few days yet, we will see the last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Virgo. And this is very much about doing a little course correct, releasing and letting go. You know, if you've watched these with me before, you know I love to look into letting go. And so this is what it is. It's about really encouraging us to come into the truth of who we are. And just take a deep breath with me right now. Take a deep breath and keep taking deep breaths to see, where am I out of alignment with the truth of me, with the core essence, with my calling, with what makes my heart sing. So this phase of the moon is very powerfully helping us look at where's the guidance, what's your bigger picture views, what is it you want to be, to create, to expand into. And so why I'm saying it's a wee bit of a course correct, it's that we're letting go of looking over our shoulder at the past. It's about looking, you know, we've all been through stuff. It's been somewhat discombobulating for many people. So now we get to say, okay, this is where I'm at, right here, right now. Draw a line for yourself. Really look into, are you following your calling? And is there any kind of tweaks or pieces that you need to do in your intention setting? Things of that nature. So just feel into that. Now, to focus on the letting go aspect, and this is a really good one to kind of help us go into this, and what we're going to work on letting go of is addiction. So, you know, it is said that every one of us has an addiction of one form or another. It could be being addicted to doing things in a certain way, thinking certain thoughts, believing certain things. And of course it can be addicted to certain things like cigarettes or sugar or food or a person even. So feel into that. There are some addictions that are really okay. They're healthy. You know, if you're addicted to exercising, although not to do it to excess, right? But it's to say, what are you feeling drawn to? And is there components of addiction that you need to let go of? As always, if this brings up anything for you, or you need to go deeper with this, or get some insights or support directly for you, put it in the comments below or message me directly. Because when we look at telling the truth of an addiction, sometimes we can feel a wee bit overwhelmed in, well, who am I without this? Or how do I give this up? And start to do a different way of doing things. But all that being said, let me read this out to you and see if this can help you go a wee bit deeper into this idea of letting go of addiction. Of course, the first step of letting go is having an awareness of it, and then having an appreciation of what it did for you, but now it's part of the past and you're going to make different choices moving forward. Hope that makes sense. But do you ever find yourself pushed by some invisible force to do something that you know is unhealthy? Perhaps you've been battling with this habit for a long time and have not found any reliable way to overcome it. You know that what you should do, but when you're in the moment, you can't help but give in to the craving. The solution is not to destroy the addiction, but to let it go. Right? This is all, letting go is about a flowing. It's about acknowledging, awareness, accepting, acknowledging it, not being telling yourself off or beating yourself up or feeling shame or guilt or things of that nature. That's not going to help you. And it's really hard to let go of something if you've got those kind of emotions within you also. So it's to let it go by flowing in more of the right direction that your body is craving. This is a time of positive transformation and healing for you, and it's really about that whole last quarter moon in Virgo is very much about this also. All you need to do is let go of any addiction that no longer serves you. So it's having an awareness, right? It's time to surrender this issue to the universe and to invite your angels or spirit guides or whatever your way of looking at this, the forces around you, the angelic forces, and invite those guides to support you and have faith in their ability to help you through this healing process in a gentle, loving way. You know, I've always said that when we have a habit or an addiction or something that we want to let go of, it's to look at letting it go with gentleness, with ease, with acceptance, that there's nothing wrong with you. There's choices, that we always have choices, right? And so if we make unhealthy choices, it's okay. That's just that choice for that moment. And then instead of beating yourself up, look at how can you make a different choice, more in alignment with what your essence is kind of whispering in your ear and saying, take that, make that choice, or do this kind of exercise, or eat this kind of food. Because your body is communicating to you. It's about creating the space and time to hear, right? When I say hear, I mean, what's the thoughts going on in your head? What's the feelings that are coming from your heart? What are the words that you use to describe yourself and where you're at and what your choices are? And then choose the ones that really resonate, that really feel uplifting and in alignment with what it is you want to experience. So now, all that being said, I'm going to pull one tarot card and then I'll pull 3 of Doreen Virtue's Healing with the Angels card to help us get a little bit more clearer, a wee bit more clarity on maybe setting some intentions to get clear on what is it you're letting go of as far as an addiction of some sort that's not suiting you, that's no longer serving you. And this is great. This is the Page of Swords. So what this kind of signifies to me is that it's a new way of entertaining thoughts and ideas. Swords are about the mental process, the thinking process. So are there some new beliefs about yourself, some new ways to talk about yourself, new ways to talk about the intentions and the life that you would really, really love to be living? And take a deep breath. Always coming back to taking a deep breath because, you know, and I've said this one before too, the answers you're looking for are actually looking for you too. And so sometimes it's not about getting super logical and saying I have to work this all out by myself. Maybe it's about surrendering to the power of the universe and allowing the solutions, the resolutions, the best ways forward to just show up for you. And that's where we get into that sense of flow and ease, right? Which is really the underpinning of what letting go of what no longer serves you is all about. So all that being said, I will pull these 3 cards and let's see. These cards sometimes have a wee bit of a sense of humor, so I'm intrigued to see what comes up for us today in this idea of the Virgo new moon and, not new moon, sorry, last quarter, and, oh, this is good, and letting go of addiction. So the first one is meditation. So maybe it's time to meditate. You know, I just said that about the answers you're looking for are looking for you, but sometimes we need to just go calm and quiet. And if I knew the answer, what would it be? Kind of questioning. Maybe you could just meditate on that. What's the best intention for me? What's the best direction for me? What's the best way to find ease and balance for me? Those are brilliant questions. And I love this card too. It's forgiveness. You know, when we're focusing on giving up addiction, like I said, sometimes the propensity is to shame ourselves, to say I should know better and what's wrong with me, and it's so hard, but, right? Or I cave and give in to a craving, and then I might feel like I get hard on myself. Do you do that? Take a deep breath with your hand over your heart and actually acknowledge that you're always doing the best you can with what's going on around you, what choices you've made, and then focus on the ones that actually light you up. Because that, and actually I love the flow of that, right? Meditate and forgive and focus. That's what this phase is all about. That's what this week is all about. And what beautiful support to look at any areas or anything that you're addicted to and gently, lovingly let it go. I hope this resonates and makes sense. I'm excited for this week ahead. I hope you are too. Much love to you. I'll be back here with you again next week, and have a gorgeous week ahead. Thanks for watching.